Today I'm going to show you how to photograph a watch to make it look like a nice looking advertising. The watch I have at my disposal is not a luxurious one, but more like an everyday kind of watch. So I think I'm going to put it right there on the workbench. First step to good product photography is to match the product spirit with the setup. It will not make any sense to put this watch in the same environment as a Rolex. So let's go for the workbench. Just need to clean it up. Everything's cleaned. Now we have to get the camera and frame the watch as best as possible. Actually, I'm using a GH5 with 42.5mm lens from Panasonic. It opens at 1.7. It's a really nice lens. So I'm pretty satisfied with my setup. There will be always small adjustments, but the second step of a good product photography is to nail the composition before anything else. It's a true precision work and a few millimeters can change everything. Because of the coronavirus lockdown, I only have my free Dedolights kit at my disposal. I also have a magic arm, so useful. And my small backlight stand, super handy to put a light on a table or on the floor. Once the frame composition is set, we can start the lighting. As you can see, I already did it. I'm going to explain what I did and why for each light. So for the key light, I used a 150 watt Dedolight with half CTB. Since the camera is set at 4000 Kelvin, it gives a slight colder look to the watch. With the lockdown, I don't have access to my reflectors, so I used some random whiteboard I found in the house to use them as reflectors. Not really fancy, but it works. You have to place the reflector as precisely as you can. See what it's doing while I move the board. The reflection on the glass disappears. A watch, like many jewelry, has two kinds of response to light. One part is reflective and need to be lit using reflection, and another can be lit with point source lighting. If I used only hard light, I won't have this nice reflection on the glass. You can also use the spot fluid mechanism of the Dedolight to adjust the hardness of this effect. If I spot it, it diminishes the reflection. That's it for the key light. Let's see the backlight. I also used a small whiteboard to get a softer light coming from behind. But if you want a harder backlight, you just have to spot the Dedolight to get precisely the level of hardness desired. You also can play with the tilt angle of the light to modify how the scene is lit. At this scale, even a small adjustment makes a huge difference. And to get this warm backlight, I almost dimmed the light all the way down to get close to 2400 Kelvin. If it was LEDs, I should have used either bicolor LEDs or CTO. And now let's turn on the last light, which is used as an accent lighting to highlight the edges of the watch and to make it pop out even more from the background. I used primary red gel to get a tiny bit of color contrast with the colder side of the watch. And I tightly control the amount of light using the barn doors. As you can see, if I open them, it gets way too bright, even if the light was not at full power. That's it, now we just have to take the picture.